I hope this weather isn't a sign of more fragments of silicon.
All right, welcome to another installment of Fragments of Silicon. I'm your host, Adam. Joining me as always are Petty and the Galix. Right, so programming note to start things out. We did have until about 6 hours ago a guest lined up, but they very panically canceled out, mainly due to not being prepared for the program. Apparently, busyness had occupied their brain space, and kind of felt the need to push this interview to March. Because of that, and also because they are making some announcements in the near future that will give them more substance to talk about. That being said, to those who I contacted and guide towards the program, be sure to keep an eye on your calendars. Especially egregious in this case because I had talked to him and lined up everything. They even sent footage, and then all of a sudden, I don't know, I guess an avalanche of work happened. So we'll give it another go in March. It's just, yeah, kind of upset over this one because it's not external circumstances necessarily as poor management on the part of the guest. So hopefully things work out better next time. So with that in mind, we go to the fallback plan, which is watching something from video games past to mock
/ our youth.
Right. Though I'm not sure this particular title is from anybody's youth. More on that in a bit. But let us get to the news that isn't show related. Petty, why don't you go first?
I've been exhausted. I did finally manage to help the parents send off most of the documents they need to get I believe, the HELOC loan for paying for the roof repair and getting the bathroom downstairs redone. I believe now they just need to come up with I think it's $500 for the appraisal. So that's I would say fun, but it's been a pain in the ass. As far as other stuff going on, not really a whole lot. There hasn't been a whole lot much to really do. I was gonna see about going to the Digimon pre-release this weekend, but unfortunately my ride couldn't find a babysitter, so that means no tournament for me. So that kind of sucked. I am also still looking for someplace to buy cards, because the shop in Kansas City, I guess I would consider my locals, is selling them for about $140 a box. Right now online you can get them for around $75-$80 a box. So the only reason I would get them from a store is Digimon is doing what's called dash packs, where for every 12 packs you buy, you get a special pack of what was a regional exclusive alternate art of a few of the cards. And 2 of the 3 Digimon in this little dash pack set I actually want. And Ogre wants the 3rd. So basically,
If you buy a box, you're supposed to get 3 of those or whatever?
2.
Oh, we're at 24, not 36.
Yes. So yeah, you get. So it's one of those things like, I like to try and find somebody who's selling them with the dash packs. Just so, I mean, worst case, I get 2 of the ones that Ogre wants and I send them to him. You know, it'd be one thing if I only wanted one of them and it was a 2 out of 3 odds that I didn't get one that I want and had no one lined up who would, want them. So that's been sometimes finding these people's contact information from TCG Player and see if they actually send the dash packs is kind of a pain in the ass, and it's one of the things I don't like about TCG Player. But it's a mild annoyance, but I'll figure something out. I still can't even get anything until like Thursday or Friday because I had to lend the parents money again. As far as gaming goes, I ended up picking what's it called? The new Beyblade game on Steam. Beyblade X Evo Battle. Because I finished X Zone and this was on sale, so I figured why not give me something else to play when I'm waiting at the dentist. And I think the biggest issue I have with this game is it doesn't show you controller legend when you're playing. Like the controller icons. It only shows you keyboard even when you're playing with a controller, and I don't know how to fix that. Because I'm seeing screenshots of people with the keyboard or with the controller controls showing up, so they exist in the game. I just don't know if somebody's using a mod for that or if it's how Steam is registering my controller. Because I've had that happen before where it wants to register my controller as a keyboard and I forget what I did to fix that. So that might just be something I need to jump on the discussion boards and be like, hey, anybody dealt with this and know how to fix it? And then we've also been playing more Time Stranger. Yeah, that's been going well. Where are we even at? We just beat Jupitermon. And we are just getting ready to fight Junomon if anybody's kind of paying attention to the story, because I know we're far enough out. Most of the people who've played it already have an idea, of the story that's happening. I did my damnedest to dodge spoilers. So, I'd like to try and do some more of that Friday, it depends how I'm feeling Friday, because I have some things I need to take care of. Most of that involves cleaning. Um, and yeah, I think that's it from me.
Well, that means it's your go, Galax.
Not too much going on here. I was hoping to go to the Digimon thing last weekend, but in addition to other stuff going on, it was also really crappy weather, so
Yeah.
I was glad to not go out in it. Um, so I still have to go pick up my box later this week, I guess. And it's supposed to snow again this coming weekend, which I'm not super thrilled about. At least this weekend, it snowed twice. It snowed on like Friday night and then on Sunday night. But then on Monday, we had the day off for MLK Day, which was nice because I didn't have to worry about going into work after getting up to clean snow off.
Mm.
Um, I did manage to finish the Gespenst or the Hukabine Mark II model that I was working on. And I've posted the pictures for that. I'm trying to decide what I'm going to build next. I think I'm going to go with either the Schwarzette or the Age FX. The Schwarzette is a neat design and a pretty modern model. The Age FX is a little bit older, and it's a design that I uh, have some issues with, particularly since it's an improvement over an upgrade in universe to the Age 3, which I like a lot better.
Mm.
But I wanted to try to appreciate it. The model does some weird things
Honestly, I just
because
wanted to
of
like Age, and I just couldn't get into the story.
I liked it okay, but they did do some weird things with the time jump stuff.
Yeah, weird is a little undersell, but yeah.
Mhm. So yeah, those are the main things. We finally got, hopefully, our furnace fixed,
That's good.
which will mean it's going to get quite a workout this week, I guess, because it's supposed to be cold.
Mm.
Um,
I mean, there are worse times to check if your furnace works or not.
mhm. Video game wise, played a little bit more Super Robot Wars Z, and also of Kirby Air Riders. That's the main thing.
Mm.
So, I guess that's what I've got.
Okay, that means it's my go. Let's see. Well, since this was a holiday weekend, technically speaking, MLK Day is still recognized as a federal holiday um, at present.
Mhm.
Like, the point is, the children stayed for an extra day, and you know that was a whole thing. You know, uh, outside of that, um, how do I put this? Uh, in another row battle, trying to get a prescription refilled, and the receptionist at my doctor's office is fucking clueless.
Oh, I know
Like,
that feeling.
yeah, it's fun when I have told the pharmacy where I get my meds to refill this prescription like a good 4 times. I honestly lost count in different ways. Like, I went down there. I called them. I said refill to their automatic refill text. And it hadn't gotten refilled. So I called the doctor's office, and they're like, this medication isn't on your list of prescriptions, except it is. And I'm like, and they said, and she told me she would tell the doctor about the refill. So I'm going to have to call tomorrow. I've given it a couple of days to see if, the refill has actually gone through. So that's been annoying me, to say the least.
I imagine.
Like, because that means the next step is I'm going to have to go down there with a fucking physical bottle and show them that, yes, I do take this medication, and I don't want to have to do that.
Yeah.
I'm like, for a couple of reasons. So hopefully that gets straightened out. The not easy way, because we are well past that.
Yeah. The easy way was texting the automated machine that should have handled it, but
yeah. But the slightly less aggravating way, let's say,
right.
like in terms of gaming, in addition to the games that I've been playing for review, I am currently playing through the forgotten Medal of Honor game, aka the modern reboot. When they position Medal of Honor as a modern military shooter.
The 360 era one?
Yeah.
I'm shocked that one's still available.
Works pretty well too, and the thing of it is, I'm enjoying it much more than any of the Call of Duty games released around that time. Like, I could only stand to play Call of Duty World at War for an hour before its big budget Hollywoodness just got on my last nerve.
No, I could feel that.
Medal of Honor, yeah, it's got the unfortunate implications of modern military shooters there, but it plays much better than a Call of Duty title. I don't know if that's blasphemy or anything, because I honestly don't care. It's just, yeah, I can see why this Medal of Honor did well enough to earn a sequel that tanked the entire franchise. That was Warfighter, by the way.
Wasn't that the Kinect one?
No, there was never a Kinect Medal of Honor game. There was a VR Medal of Honor title that was released.
That's what I was thinking of, yeah.
That was like the first Medal of Honor game since Warfighter. Above and Beyond, it was called. And it being a VR title, I don't think it did much in the way of business, because this thing was released, 5 years ago?
Damn.
It was more than I was expecting in terms of years. The point is, they haven't revisited Medal of Honor since. They really coalesced around Battlefield, and that's finally paying dividends. It's actually a topic we haven't talked about, mainly because I don't think anyone here cares about Battlefield versus Call of Duty.
The last Battlefield I played was 2142.
Yeah, apparently Battlefield 6 is a lot better.
Mm.
And also Black Ops 7 is reaping a lot of the damage that Black Ops 6 did on the Call of Duty community. This is just what I picked up from people who have talked about this.
Yeah, people were not a big fan of the shit they pulled in 6.
Yeah. And it apparently hit 7 hard. Yeah, I could give a toss. Anyway, so I think that'll about do it for the news. As previously mentioned, no guests this week, so we are going to go into another one of video gaming's greatest mistakes. At least I presume. That seems to be the attitude around this particular title, and that is Sonic Underground. Now, we have taken a look at the adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog and Sonic Sat AM, which were actual childhood staples of our actual childhood. This, I know of the series. I heard about it. I think I might have caught a glimpse of it flipping through channels back in the day, but this is very decidedly outside of my childhood era, because Sonic Underground came out in the year of 1999.
I was in kindergarten.
So, yeah, I was not watching it on the regular. And admittedly, once again, the premise just has always come across to me as the stupidest shit ever, even for Sonic the Hedgehog. I know there's that whole thing about, taking things too seriously, but I mean, okay, for one, that did give us Sonic Sat AM, generally considered to be one of the better, if not the best, Sonic cartoon series out there. So,
maybe.
like, there is a bit of competition there.
Right.
It might depend on your feelings towards Sonic X, which are complicated, let's say, in terms of the fandom.
Your views on Sonic X probably depend mostly if you watched the 4Kids dub or the original Japanese, honestly.
Possibly, but that
I don't think I
depends on
remember
how...
hearing the dub of that was particularly bad or anything. It's just,
No,
It's
no,
not that it was bad, it's they cut a third of the final season out.
No, we got more Sonic X than they did in Japan. Sonic X was a huge bomb in Japan. Over here, we got an extra season. Like, no, the problem was Chris.
Mm.
The
self-insert.
But that's Sonic X.
Right.
Yeah. No, Sonic Underground. So if you're not familiar with Sonic Underground, okay, so instead of your typical Sonic premise, they mix things up.
That's a way to put it.
Yeah. Yes, it is. So, okay, they took the very general idea that Sonic Sat AM had, i.e., Robotnik has taken over Mobius. They've done that, but they changed up the details of everything else. So instead of there being a Princess Sally or any sort of princess, well, other than Sonic's sister, yeah, so Sonic is the Prince of the Realm now. Along with Sonia the Hedgehog and Manic the Hedgehog. Yeah, Sonic now has 2 siblings that we've never seen before or since.
Yeah. Actually, I think Manic shows up, at least a different incarnation shows up in the comics, but that's a crack tip we are not going back
on. The
on.
name Manic at least again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which, to be fair, is a good name.
Especially for a Sonic character.
Yeah.
Yeah, yes. but the premise here is they are freedom fighters, but they fight for freedom by being in a fucking rock band.
Because that was fucking cool at the
In
time.
spite of also being children.
What fucking 1970s Hanna-Barbera shit are you pulling here, Deke? I'm not joking about that.
1970s Hanna-Barbera?
Yes. I guess technically late 1960s.
You
Whenever the
know,
fucking
the
Archies were popular.
Scooby-Doo before they cut out the part where they were banned, Josie and the Pussycats, half of
Yep.
the other
Yep.
I saw all that on
Hanna-Barbera.
Jabberjaw.
syndication. Yeah.
Team of Teens that is a band and also serves mysteries with a non-human sidekick.
Only
Yeah.
Sonic is the non-human
That's what-
sidekick.
No. His siblings are the non-human sidekicks.
You're an asshole.
Out of the
It's
three
fun,
of them,
you're
I
just-
think it's pretty clear that Manic is the Scooby.
Yeah.
Oh. All right, so that's enough setting the table here. Let's get into this fucking disaster.
Triplets born, the throne awaits. A seer warns of a deadly fate. Give up your children, separate. Bide your time, lie in wait. Sonic Underground. Sonic Underground.
Ah, yes, the random magical weapons.
Their mother will be found.
You know what's really throwing me off here? The good animation.
Yeah.
Like, this is too well animated for a fucking geek series. But I will also grant you, it is the opening title sequence.
Oh, yeah.
That's typically where the most effort went.
Because that's what caught the kid's eye back in the day.
But I have to
Yeah.
wait to act too soon.
That being said, this song is bloody awful.
Yo, yeah.
Their mother will be found. Sonic Underground.
It drips the 90s.
It is time for clacks.
Also, there is no single image of Manic in which his hair
There
does
was
not
a
look
time
awful.
when Robotropolis was beautiful. It was then a peaceful city known
Robotropolis.
as
I get that they wanted to do
Mobotropolis.
more than make his hair, make his
But
quills
just after
green.
my children were born,
But that
the
hairstyle.
evil Dr. Robotnik used his
How do
technology
these conversations always end up on faction?
to turn
and-
our world
Styling.
into a
Yeah.
place of terror.
Here we have the recycled SatIM, the character model for Robotnik.
I mean, at least it was
Only-
decent.
Yeah.
If you want a menacing Robotnik, you probably would be using the SatAM model, to be frank.
Yeah.
Out of
Hell,
the
even-
options available in the unit, out of the options available
Hi,
in the
Easter
United
egg.
Source
States
of
at that
Robotnik's money,
time,
the
yes.
aristocrats were
Well,
left to
even
play,
now, like,
while
unless
our
you want to
people
take a
were
dip in the Uncanny
roboticized
Valley and go look at 06, it's probably been the most threatening version of Sonic.
and
Or
became
most threatening version of
slaves.
Robotnik.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the
They've
version
slightly toned him down
A
for
price
Underground
placed on
here.
our heads.
But, like, generally, the Deke versions of Robotnik have been the most threatening
Then,
versions.
The Oracle of Delphius revealed
Yeah.
a
The Sans
prophecy to me.
Adventures.
Mm.
weird combination of fantasy shit and cyberpunk shit here.
Someday you
Yeah.
will reunite with your children, become the Council of Four.
What the fuck are you supposed to be? Like an alligator?
Maybe? I'm more laughing at the
Overthrow
voice.
Robotnik. But there is a
Somebody's
price,
trying to
Your Highness.
fucking do an impression. Because they definitely did not have the money for the real
For
thing.
the prophecy to be fulfilled, I had to give up my babies.
I'm just kind of waiting for the blooper cut where she jabs her in the fucking giant eye.
Huh?
Random baby. Random fast baby.
So, what do the others do?
Well, one of them was kidnapped. That's why Manic's the messed
Listen to
up
the wind.
one.
You can tell because they used the name of a mental disorder.
He already had the stupid hair at this point.
Ugh.
Have you been studying your lessons, Manic?
Yep.
Well
Nope.
then,
What, no frosted tips?
Apparently, they were too cheap to spring for the tips.
They did cost a lot.
oh my, where is my wallet? Well done, lad. You're a good boy, a wonderful student. And as a reward, now where did I...
Why did you
Right
get
over-
him those glasses?
Reppin' sticks, man.
That was a choice
And
they made.
what, was he just always born to be a
Thanks,
drummer?
Always get the
Apparently.
finest, my boy.
Some people do that as a stim.
Yes.
I'm not going to say that
Oh,
Manic
yeah.
has such a
Come
mental
down from
situation
there
where he would need to
instantly.
stim a lot, but
Good gracious, child.
So her powers are featherfall.
Apparently.
Go out and play? Of course, my dear.
I'm gonna go jump off tall things again.
Come on, Sonic, bath time.
No bath. No bath.
Sonic Hedgehog, I thought I said.
Oh,
no
and I'm
running
also
in
going to
the
note
house.
Jaleel White voices all of the
Well,
siblings in
Well,
this.
then I guess I'll just
Uh-huh.
have to eat all those chili dogs by myself.
It took the video game version of Sonic a shockingly long time to get the chili dog.
Yeah.
Sonic, listen.
it was in what?
Run as fast as you can to Uncle
not
Chuck's.
colors.
Don't stop and don't look back.
Sonic and the Black
No.
Knight, I think?
Yeah, Black Knight.
I know Unleashed does.
You know what I need to see?
Yeah.
The biggest rev you've ever done.
Really? You want me to rev?
Sure do, pal. Let's see it.
We love you, son.
No, that was
Go,
a stupid
Sonic,
move.
Go!
And Sonic CD was bad for including it.
Citizen, you are under arrest.
And everyone they know and love is dead.
Oh
Oh no! And Uncle Ben! Too soon?
Not soon enough.
Johnny,
Okay.
no! Uncle Chuck!
What?
it's gonna be all right, Johnny boy.
Okay, you were
If he
just
has an Uncle
standing
Chuck,
right
why
there?
does he also have adopted parents?
Yeah, that's...
No problemo, Uncle Chuck. Fast as
Look, that's putting more thought than what the
Can't argue
script
with that.
writers did.
But just remember, you can't let the
God.
Arctic sees you. Keep your speed up.
Yeah, what's up with that, Unc? How come I have to be
I
Oh,
know
God.
that
Yeah,
voice
because
from
if he found out who
somewhere.
was taking out all his factories, he'd be hunting you all the time. Whoa, come on, boy. Jelly
By
and
the way,
jam
that
time.
voice is not fitting that character at all.
That's juice and jam, Unc.
Oh.
What is Rebel Taxi?
Okay, boy.
Maybe.
Careful.
Maybe that's where he got it from.
Good luck, Sonic.
People thought Unk was a new thing.
Shields ready, sir.
Good. Activate. Now, if the Resistance uses their secret weapon, they'll be in for a big surprise.
The surprise is chloroform. Wait, no, hold on.
I mean, he's no Jim Cummings, but it's adequate
Got you, Uncle Chuck.
in terms
I
of
don't bust through that
Robotnik
force field,
voices.
Robotnik will put 'em around every factory. Not to worry, been practicing, Unc. Gotta do it to it. See ya.
Prepare to lift off.
Sir,
think it's Maurice
motion
LaMarche.
sensors detect fast approaching objects.
Ah,
Radar?
Too low, sir.
Can't wait.
Which, yes, it's a different
Just
actor
a
than in
little
Saddam.
Faster.
yes.
Almost there, Sonny. Give it all you got.
He's not doing an Orson Welles impression.
No way I'm stopping. Just a little more.
Okay, so Sonic can enter the Speed Force in this one.
Destroyed my force field.
So,
I don't think
That
that's-
fast.
I think
What is
that's
it?
been done before.
Later in the Sonic DC crossover, yes, he actually can.
Hmm.
Explosives! The
I
factory's
think
going to blow!
I think we're also
Look
seeing the
out,
influence of
military
Sonic
speed!
Adventure on this. Because that's the thing he can do in that.
Ah! Get off me, you stupid bag of bolts!
Analysis of secret weapon is now complete.
Excellent. Report.
Sensors indicate that the subject is blue, sir.
Blue? That's all?
Yes, sir.
It was going very fast.
You're cut him bad, Sonny. Robotnik won't recover from that for a while. I'm gonna see if I can find a doctor, Sonny. Don't you do nothing stupid while I'm gone, you hear me?
Sonic's dead.
Sonic not do something stupid.
What? Who?
You're not familiar with the Sonic
Time
person, are
has
you?
come, Sonic.
Yeah, whatever.
Sonic, your destiny awaits.
Yeah, tell it to
Ah.
wait outside. I'm too
I
tired
see
to care.
we've
Easily
I see you're
remedied.
Joseph Campbell.
Good morning, Robotropolis! Oh yeah, I'm wide awake? How'd you do that? And who are you?
I am the Oracle
What's
of
going on with
Delphius.
Sonic's mouth?
The what of who?
Le Cheapo animation.
That
okay,
looks
I'm
terrible.
dreaming, right?
Yeah.
Whoa, this dream is way past cool.
And still, the baseline level is still leagues above
Now that
Adventure.
I have your attention, it is time you found out who you are. Prince Sonic.
Prince?
Yes, Prince Sonic.
It would have
Sure,
been
why
funnier
not?
if they went with
Alone in your
Princess.
quest.
Just really
yeah, I
fuck
know.
with
I
him.
got Unc and the other freedom fighters.
You also have a brother and a sister.
What?
Sure, why not? I think that's how this
Bounty hunters.
came together.
Oh, sir, thank you for seeing us, sir. How may we serve your royal greatness?
Ugh.
Your wish is our command, sir. You have only to
Yeah,
ask your
that's a
amazingness.
voice I've heard
What
in
I
numerous
want from
90s
you
cartoons.
is for you to swear to
Not
my
placing
service.
a voice
Oh, yes, your
actor.
most powerfulness. We are deeply flattered. but
Definitely heard
you
that
see,
in
sir,
other
we are
productions.
independent contractors.
Yeah, we're we work by ourselves.
Silence!
How
From
poor is
now on,
Robotnik
you
in this
work
one
for me.
that he has to contract
sir,
out his
We have
henchmen?
Then again, perhaps it is time we made a change.
Unless they're
Excellent.
implying Sonic
And you
damaged
see
his
it
factory
myself.
on his
This
little
is the
escapade.
Freedom Fighter's secret weapon. It has plagued me for over a year, and I want it found and destroyed. Do you understand?
Leave it to us, sir. Whatever it is, consider it destroyed.
Sorry about spitting the
You
chili
will
on your
get
work.
nowhere near that Bebop and
Brother and a
Rocksteady.
sister. But where are they?
They are close, but to find them, you must sing the song that is in your heart, young hedgehog.
Hey, whoa, wait. What song? How come nobody ever says what they mean? Song in my heart? What does
It'll be
that
too
mean?
straightforward.
Whoa.
It wouldn't be a
like
prophecy,
alien.
now would it?
Huh?
Yeah. Magic guitar. Ah, yes, and the episode musical interlude.
Something's not quite right. And I can feel
Oh
it
dear God.
coming.
Yeah. Oh God. Oh God.
Who? The thing that scares me most is this may not be the worst singing in a cartoon from around this time.
Yeah.
Because I'm remembering the Donkey Kong Country
I was about to say,
cartoon.
I think airing those though counts as war crimes.
This certainly should. Like, this feels very violation against the Geneva Convention-y.
Honestly, just doing the Sonic voice is not the worst. But the other three, or the other two,
Okay, what the fuck was that? Are they playing with the video editor?
Yes. Yes, someone pulled out the Commodore 64 with the video editor mod.
Looks like it.
What was that? What was that?
That was an awful song that you should feel bad for singing.
At least we only get one musical interlude per show.
Freeze frame and enlarge. How can anything go that
Enhance.
fast?
It slows
Yeah,
down
so-
when it's in red thing.
Well. Once in a while, you do come up with something, don't you? Advance to point of contact. Extract image and enlarge. Aha! It's not a machine.
It looks like a songbird.
Hedgehog? It's a blasted hedgehog?
Yes, sir. Would you like
They
to...
just
No!
happened to take a
Dismiss.
picture of Sonic?
But your greatness...
Dismissed!
No, that's just the generic image in their database for Hedgehog.
Could it be them? If it is,
Does that
the
make sense?
prophecy.
The prophecy.
Robotnik, your days of tyranny are numbered. Who will listen?
He could have just ended this right here.
Children will form the Council of Four. On that day,
No,
your
it's
reign
against
of
the
tyranny
prophecy.
will end.
Fuck the prophecy. You could have broke his neck and all of this would be fine.
They're still out there! Then I'm declaring war on the Resistance!
Wasn't that
You already?
kind of already a thing? Like,
Yeah.
I've heard that riff
I'm
before.
pretty sure the Resistance is
I
declaring
don't
war
hear any
against
music.
you.
Meet you back at the hideout.
Why the Resistance
Man,
exists?
you okay, kid?
I'm cool, Farrell. Later.
You will never be cool.
Unless.
Grief, Sonia. What kind of place have you brought us to?
Hush, Bartleby. I know there's a club around here somewhere, and I've heard the music
Like, could
there
they not get the
really
rights to
rocks.
Antoine?
Simply
Apparently
cannot
not.
wait.
Though,
I know that's
you know,
What
they
song?
damn sure tried.
Oh, wonderful. You drag me to the
Seriously, who the fuck is
to hear
this guy?
imaginary music. How could it get any better?
Mind if I sit in, dude?
And then random magical drum kit.
You guys are great.
Right, we didn't have the budget to do a two-parter, so we're just going to unite the band here and now.
Yeah. And then a second musical interlude. I lied.
Not an actual musical interlude. Mainly because the plot's still happening.
We're your brothers. We are? I'll get you out of here. Meet me in the public square in 2 hours. I'll fill you in.
Monitor 1, repeat footage. Freeze! Bring up Queen Alina's brats. Execute retinal scan.
Processing.
What
Your
retinas?
raids were very effective.
Their eyes are closed.
Luckily for you.
Retinal scan completed.
Well,
Retinal match confirmed for all 3 subjects. Probability 100%.
it's them.
Also, you can't do that on a baby, I
known
don't think.
citizens.
Yeah, of course it's them. Who else looks like them?
Seize the girl and Lady Windermere too.
Feral! Feral?
Everyone I know and love has been abducted.
Citizens, you are under arrest.
Let go of me, you brutes!
I like how they
Sonia!
don't check the fucking house.
Oh no!
Fire bad.
All citizen, you are under arrest.
Parkour.
Does that ever work?
And they got my Uncle Chuck!
We
Apparently
must find
parkour
Lady
works.
Windermere.
And Feral, you're right.
Not
Let's
parkour.
Do it.
It's like, do the good guys ever stop when the evil authorities say stop?
Sorry, young hedgehogs. I'm afraid
Yes.
you are too late.
Oh no, they are robots.
Oh,
It is time for you to explore the power of your medallions.
I always wondered why I had this.
yeah, and why I couldn't bear to take it off.
Are you ready to begin the journey?
Standard prophecy
Journey?
shit.
What journey?
I mean,
We
like
have to fight
Nemo
Red Bud.
standard
To fight
prophecy
him,
stuff.
you must make this journey of discovery and bonding. You have powers within you.
We do?
Powers which you will need to fulfill
Look,
your
we've got to
quest.
extend
Follow
this for
map.
40 or so
Remember,
episodes.
you must learn to work with each other. The fate of Mobius is in your hands.
And who was that?
We've got a long way to
Mm-hmm.
go. Come on,
Okay.
I'll explain on the way.
I'm all alone.
Never mind that you
Not a
Sonic
chance.
alone managed to hit his headquarters. Yeah. Like, I think you're underestimating the power of the hedgehogs here. Also, what is with this fucking Comic Sans shit?
That's the 90s.
Hmm. Yeah, so that was Sonic Underground. Honestly, premise still stupid. Animation still hitting on over par for Deke. Like we've seen Deke do so much worse. Music's absolute garbage, which is probably a big reason why this fell just down the well of obscurity. Like the other 2 Sonic titles, they're still remembered. Maybe not fondly in the case of Adventures, but they're remembered. This, nobody brings this up, and I think I can see why. It's not just its general quality, but it's just breaking the core concept of Sonic too much for anyone to get invested. I'm not joking about that.
Mm-hmm. And like
because now all of
Manic
a sudden
kind
Sonic
of exists anew in like a different form, but like Sonya just doesn't.
Well, yeah, it's like Sonic now all of a sudden has siblings that he never had before or since. Yeah, he's a prince. They're fighting with the power of music, which really isn't Sonic's thing.
Yeah, he go fast.
Yeah, he doesn't play in a band. Like I said, that's why it's some 1970s Hanna-Barbera shit mixed in with a typical 90s action cartoon, and the result is pretty middling. Anyway, Petty, when you can, play us to the next segment.
Alrighty.
Okay, so welcome to the topic of discussion. So, at the behest of my cohorts here, we are heading back to the year in review. because, truth be told, we didn't manage to get through much of the year last time. I believe we ended at February, and we were entering into March. If I can get to the right page here. Let's see, March. Yeah, okay, we got a bit into March. I think we left off here. Yeah, with Little Lighthouse of Horror. I barely remember that. Petty, do you remember the game Metal Thunder?
Was that the shoot 'em up?
I think that was the titty simulator.
Metal Thunder. I actually need to look this one up.
No.
Oh no, this was
No, it was
like where you
Flying
play.
gunner thing.
Yeah, that one was. I didn't like it. Apparently, it's still in early access. That's not good.
I mean, that happens sometimes with these games.
Yeah.
But yeah, the main reason why we're doing a round 2 is because Galax wanted to get to Expelled.
Yeah, this was it's the second game in a franchise that the ties of which only become obvious if you play through a lot of it, but it's an interesting kind of Rashomon with only one narrator time loop of one girl getting into trouble and trying to get out of it in a boarding school. It's a pretty interesting game. It was definitely one of the ones that of the year left a bigger impression on me.
It's actually relevant for this week, if only because Inkle has just put out a new adventure game. I don't think it's connected to Expel, but it's the thing you're actually reviewing this week.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And mine was Poosh XL, one of the one-button arcade games from Atom Vision Studios, who would later go on to make the Recharge series for Atari. We also reviewed one of those, Gravitar Recharged. Yeah, this was a game that existed, as Petty Fan likes to occasionally say.
One of the games of our
That's
time.
really all. Yes. Much more interesting in my court was the week after, which had I reviewed Ocho. I think I'm pronouncing that right. It's been long enough to where I don't remember the pronunciation.
Yeah.
But OTXO. Just gonna look it up here because the Ocho. Like Ocho. There's a dash in between the O and the Cho. But it's like, this is kind of the dark twin to Hotline Miami.
Yeah.
And I mean that literally. Everything was black and white and red. And didn't like it as much as Hotline Miami, if only because the flow wasn't as good. There was way too much stop and start. Like, Hotline Miami had it better understood with the Super Meat Boy way of respawning. Like, just you die, you're back. And Ocho didn't do that. And also 1000 Resist. I'm like,
I believe that has recently come on to Game Pass. If anyone is still subscribed to that service,
possibly.
Yeah, I didn't play that one, but I've heard actually pretty good things about it.
Yeah, I mean, I played through a good chunk of that, and I really do need to replay it. Now that I have a computer that I can run it better.
Yeah.
But it's like easily like the most acclaimed release Fellow Traveler has put out. Like I said, I would just refer to you to the review I did of this game on YouTube, because there's just so much to say about it. And this is just kind of capsule reviewing.
Right. If you want to hear more about our reviews, you're welcome to go check out the YouTube page.
Yes.
Link down below.
Well, no, I don't think we do the links thing.
I think we have a
Mainly
link
because-
tile on the Twitch page. If not, that can be fixed probably by
to the review direct, like to the review directly,
Yeah.
or
well,
you know.
oh yeah, we're not doing, but you can go look it up in the archive.
Yeah. Anyway, next week we had no, I haven't gone over Vagrant.
I
remember this
recently
game,
looked
Ted?
that one up, but it's drawing a pit of meh.
Yeah. So that's where so many of these games hit, especially after a measure of time. Ditto, Galax, do you remember Cube Snake?
It sure was the game Snake set inside a cube.
I remember breaking
with
it.
distracting amounts of visuals.
Yeah, I vaguely remember I broke that game live on air, which that was fun.
Yep. And let's see, the next game next week was Isle of Jura. Still don't know if that's Isle of Jura or Jura.
The world may never
I remember
know.
this being like a fragment of a game. And fishing. Like it being not a particularly great fishing mini game simulator. I distinctly remember comparing it to the likes of, the fishing mini games in like Okami and Ocarina of Time, and the fishing mini games in those games coming up better. And Trolls vs. Vikings Reborn. Plants vs. Zombies was certainly a great game. That was basically my opinion on this one. Anyway, Petty, you had Corridon.
It was one of those ones that I wish it was geared more towards multiplayer. It's another one of those ones that I wish had somebody local to play with me. Because even some of the puzzles that they wanted basically demanded another person with you.
Okay. And Galax, you had Which Way Up Galaxy Games.
Yeah, I don't really. It's zero gravity things. This does also. It reminded me a little bit of some parts of Super Mario Galaxy, but like, did not make a big impression. And I think this also is one that had significant multiplayer focus that obviously I wasn't able to do anything with.
Let's see. Then there was Nobody Nowhere. Don't remember a thing about this game.
That was that one. I believe it was that like maze game that you could barely play.
No, okay, looking it up. No, I remember this game now. It was the game that wanted to be a visual novel without being a visual novel.
Ah, yes.
No. I do remember Slain Back from Hell. I remember not liking it as much as I thought I would. But it being better than its reviews back in the day, mainly because they basically did an extensive overhaul. That's the transition from Slain to Slain Back from Hell.
Mm.
Let's see. Petty, you had Damn.
It was another one of those ones that because it was on the Switch, it was incredibly hindered, and I kind of wish I could play it on like a PC or something with a little more beef.
And Galax, you had Takeover.
This was the one that was like really bad softcore porn.
Oh yeah, I think we still have a clip of that one on the.
It has clothing damage that, like, you don't start with enough clothing to start with to make it interesting. And the trailer gameplay that they have on the Steam page already doesn't look good, and it looked worse when I was playing it, because I could not get any kind of, like, special attacks to work, if I remember correctly.
Oh yeah, no, we still have a clip of this one actually on the Twitch page if you just want to see my guttural reaction to first opening the game.
Let's see.
Also, loading screens and character portraits were generated by AI, so, you know. Fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that was the first game of that year that had confirmed AI usage. Not the last one. But moving forward, next up was Rendering Ranger R Squared Rewind. A clunky title for a true hidden gem on the Super Nintendo, or rather the Super Famicom, because Rendering Ranger was one of these late stage. I believe it was like a 1996 release on the Super Famicom, and the publisher and or developer got caught up in like either the tides of change or went bankrupt. Something happened where the game never came out in the West. And, you know, it was kind of a game in the vein of Contra, the Alien Wars and the Turrican series. In fact, from what I remember, a good chunk of the people who made this were veterans of like Mega Turrican and Super Turrican, so they knew the hardware. You know, it's not. It wasn't as good as Contra 3, but like this is definitely a game that would have done well had it come out in like 1993, 94. Like I think it would have just gotten caught up in the changing of the systems regardless. And on the other side, Bundle of Joy. I remember less the game here than the experience of trying to get the creator of said game on the show.
I remember it pissing me off.
Yeah, because kind of having he kind of had a mental breakdown, I want to say. Just it was a unique reaction.
Yeah.
When it was
I think my reaction is partly the reason why he didn't want to get on the show.
Possibly.
But he didn't confirm that, so
yeah. But also, you know, the game itself was once again more interesting in its thematic explorations, i.e. newborn parents take care of a baby, than the actual gameplay. Because it's like, what if WarioWare, but not too good?
Right.
Moving ahead, Twilight Monk. I remember this game. I remember like one of the better games I actually played that year. like, I'm trying to remember how to put it, because it's not quite a Metroidvania, but it's 3/4 of a Metroidvania. I think the difference is because it's stage based and has an overworld map, which are two things that Metroidvania games typically don't have. But it's still very much in the mold of a Metroidvania. And calls itself a Metroidvania. Though the thing I remember most is this just being very beautifully animated.
Right.
And let me see here. No, wait, that's the wrong page. I hate that. Oh, right. Pine, A Story of Loss. Yeah, I
the
remember this one
pine.
being. I remember this being a very short experience about the loss of a lumberjack's family.
Mm-hmm.
It was all right. Like, honestly, I didn't feel as emotionally connected to it as I think it wanted me to be.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Let's see. Petty, your game was Voxile.
I remember not being a big fan of it, but I also encountered quite a number of bugs. Though apparently it has been in regular development since then. So I guess there is a demo out now. So I guess try it if you want.
And Galix, your game was Skies Above.
This one was a neat concept, but I remember having some trouble with the controls and the rate of some of the upgrading.
Yeah. The week after,
Did
this
we
was
skip
actually
Hanako's Flower Shop?
I think we
Oh,
did.
yeah, I think we did.
Anyway, Hanako's Flower Shop was cute, but I remember being disappointed with the amount of content there.
Yeah.
Similar with Carry Onward, decent story if you need something to deal with loss, but that's about it.
Yeah. Okay, let's see. World of Goo 2. Yeah, it was definitely more of World of Goo. I know it did some subversive things, like Chapter 4, the fucking detective visual novel. I still think that came a bit too late in the actual game for people to notice.
Yeah.
Because as far as I know, this game kind of sunk beneath the waves. But that's kind of the danger of doing a sequel 15 years later, or however long it's been between World of Goo 1 and 2.
Something like
because
that, yeah.
this was actually not the initial release of World of Goo. This was the Steam release that happened a year later. World of Goo 2 was actually a Epic Game Store exclusive. And, for the most part, it is, it's good. It's just, it just did not have the same impact, or have enough ideas presented up front to escape kind of the gravitational vortex that certain indie titles can end up having. To contrast to this, just look at like Silk Song or Hades 2.
Mm-hmm.
But this is perhaps a case-by-case basis. And on the flip side here, my game of the year, and I know this game has actually earned some actual awards and accolades in Old Skies. Still not a big fan of the ending. And I still can't really go into why. Because it's a big fucking spoiler. But like, I understand what they were going for, but it's also the perils of such actions were also known. And I didn't like having the whole game be rendered pointless.
Mm.
Like I said, I still want to rant about this, but I can't because it will spoil the ending.
Mm.
It's just, despite that, it was, in my estimation, the best game I played and reviewed last year. And that's a list that includes 1,000 times Resist. Anyway, Petty, you had a game Captured.
I don't remember it at all.
Like, well, is it coming up on Steam?
It's not coming up on my Steam.
Let's see.
Oh, wait, here it is.
Okay, move it.
Oh, no, that was that fucking basically I Spy bullshit that I absolutely hated because you had to go through loops. And if you missed certain stuff, it just gave you a game over.
All right. Galix, you had Resetna.
I remember being optimistic about this one, but then slightly disappointed with the actual game feel and progression for a kind of Metroidvania.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, moving ahead. Mine was Cipher. I'm drawing a blank on this one. A first-person puzzle game about cryptography. Don't remember this at all. I do remember Scarlet City of Devils.
That
maybe
was
the
the
most
one that I broke on air and showed how they're doing their background trick, and they were like, "Oh shit!"
Yeah, I think our most helpful review of last year, if only because the dev, learned things, and commented on the video, and this was a good 2D hack and slash affair. In like kind of it's one of these things that draws upon the tropes of Souls likes and the mid 2000s hack and slash, Devil May Cry, God of War, that kind of thing, and is better for it because I've mentioned in reviews that I never really jive with the 2D games that try to marry the God of War combat with the Dark Souls combat.
Yeah, almost like those are two very, very, very different genres.
Yes, and well, it's also the pacing. Like Souls-like combat is methodical and slow and deliberate. Devil May Cry, God of War, it's very fast, kinetic. Like they're like the polar opposites of each other.
Right.
Like, anyway. So let's see. I think this will be the last week we'll chronicle here. And that would be anyway, Petty, your game was Spellcaster University.
Basically a mobile game that's now going for $24. So yeah, no.
And Galax, your game was Dawn of Ages.
This was a free one that you made me play. It's a kind of... It feels free, if I remember correctly. And it's just kind of a RTS where you upgrade your units separately. And I don't even remember what the monetization was on this.
Yeah, a lot of those details get lost.
Mm-hmm.
This might have been one where we got a code that was pre-release.
Either
then
pre-release
became
code or some kind of
Yeah.
free trinket in-game.
But we tend to review games after release just to avoid embargo clashes.
Ah, yes, and this wasn't Impressions, so it wasn't even all the way out yet, I guess.
Yeah. And that is where we will leave things off, I suppose. As far as the part 3, we're still in January, so maybe
we'll see how our guest lineup goes.
Right.
Yes. On that note, we have reached the end of another installment of Fragments of Silicon. So coming up on the week ahead, right. So in terms of MSP this week, okay, it's a bit of a floating situation, but last we heard, Mac is going to be here this week after proclaiming he was not going to be here this week. So we should be business as usual. I'm not 100% because this is a situation that literally flipped on its,
it changed twice in the last 24 hours, I think. So
it flipped literally when we were doing setup.
Yes. Anyway, coming up on Friday, January 23rd, we will be welcoming Bruno Anetta of Flatline Studios. They are the creators of Into the Grid. I brought this up on Sunday, but it still remains true because this is a become a master hacker in this cyberpunk roguelike deck builder. Explore the dangers of cyberspace and fight evil corporations. Build and upgrade a deck of powerful programs. Unlock perks and skills. And unleash digital hell on your enemies. Dive into the grid. Yeah, so it's a bit of a buzzword simulator there. But I suppose the difference here is we're actually talking to the developers behind one of these roguelike deck builders that takes place in cyberspace instead of reviewing the thing. So that's probably going to come up in the interview, how one gets to differentiate themselves in such a crowded market. If they are successful. I honestly don't know. Anyway, coming up on the Sunday reviews, we'll be having reviews of Bittersweet Birthday, War Torn, TR-49, and Halls of Torment. So until next time, I shall wish you good gaming.